Hi world, Dr. 9 here. A lot of people have been asking me what happened to my finger, and I was going to tell them, but every time I try it, I screw up. So I'm basically just going to tell you this. A 16-gauge double-barrel shotgun was given to me after my grandfather died on my 7th birthday. 2 weeks to the day afterwards, when I got the gun, my father was in the living room with me and my brother, telling my brother not to take and touch the gun. Instead, my brother was staring straight at it. I was watching television. Rugrats. It's a great thing to be watching right before you get shot. My father goes to the back to take and lock up the house and to use the restroom one last time. My brother picks it up, points it at me, and fires. Well, actually, no, he says, "Dr. 9, look!" And I look at him. I was going to point at him and say, "No, Daddy said don't touch the gun." Well, by that point, the only things that got out of my mouth were, "No." Because the gun had went off and blew off my finger. At this point, I was running around my grandmother's living room like a chicken with his head cut off, wondering what had happened, because all I know is something hurt. I was running around, couldn't take and deal with it. My father comes in the room, looks at me running around, looks at my brother, and asks him, "Einstein, what happened?" Yeah, my brother, I'm going to call him Einstein. He goes, "Dr. 9 got shot." Alright. Well, he grabs me. My father runs, grabs me in a football tackle, runs out the front door, turns around while going down a flight of steps and screams, "Call the preacher, son!" and gets inside the truck and leaves. We rushed down to the nearest gas station, and unintentionally, in order to get out of my town where I live at, you had to get to the big place, you had to go to the gas station. There's no other way at the time. Well, anyways, my father thinks he could turn into the gas station because in order to get on the road to leave, you had to stop. So we went inside the gas station, hit somebody, and totaled out my dad's truck. So my dad gets out, grabs the keys, tosses it to somebody he knew in the town, says, "Park the truck." And he gets over there to me, grabs me up, and starts running down a County Road 10, I think. Whatever. Big road. Lots of cars. And starts running down there until we see an ambulance. Well, we get inside the back of the ambulance, and I pass out. I don't remember a dang gum thing after that point. We leave and go to the closest town, which was 32 miles away. Pretty much, yeah. And, we get up there, and, I wake up to be getting a shot. Now, normally, I can't stand shots at all. I mean, you get me near a needle, I start flinching. Alright? And I just saw it go in. She pressed down the thing, and it came back out, and nothing. Still can't stand shots, though. Well, anyways, my hand was off to the side, and I couldn't see mess. Nothing. Well, at that point, I think what they gave me was a knockout pill or something, because after that point, I went out. I was gone. Couldn't remember anything, couldn't do anything, couldn't see anything, just woke up, and I was being transported on those little metal trays, and the one thing that came to my mind, I didn't have any pants on. And I noticed there was a lot of female nurses around me, so my dingly-doo was hanging out. So I moved whatever pillow they had me on right beside me over my dingly-doo to keep it from getting a breeze between the knees. And, well, next thing you know, I pass out again, and I woke up the next day in the hospital with a cast on my hand. Well, a bunch of bandages where I could only see the tips of my finger. Well, I was wondering, I didn't notice anything was wrong But I was also more concerned with the piles and piles of candy that was right beside me at that time. Well, I ended up giving most of it away because one of my cousins knew I liked popcorn, and they got me this thing that was half my size of popcorn. At that point, I was very short, so I was like 3 feet tall of popcorn. Alright, but anyways, they took off the bandages, and I was like, "What? Something's wrong here. Something wrong here." It was gone. And by that point, the skin, if you can see it right there, that skin is the finger that got blown off. Technically, all they did was just took it, flipped it inside outwards, and sewed it back on. That's gotta suck. But to this day, I can no longer feel pain. I've probably demonstrated it several times, so I'll do another demonstration before I move off to college. But I'm still gonna post videos.